And what is up, everybody? It's FastEddeh here again for Retro Monday, and I'm sorry I have to get this off my chest real quick, but last Monday I was really sick, and due to an unfortunate amount of events, which I'll explain later, I could not upload. But this is Sidequest Day, I guess, and this will be a long episode just to make up for last episode. And I just gave back Bow Wow. Hey, look, that looks great. I'll call it Eddie Plays with Bow Wow. Now get closer to Bow Wow. And yeah, I don't think Bow Wow wants me to get close. But yeah, basically, guys, what happened was, when I captured the footage and put all the audio and the video onto my computer and moved it to my hard drive, the audio got messed up apparently. So this is a post-com. Like, I have a bunch of footage, and yeah, a bunch of files messed up. So I'm pretty much like I think I have I have to redo like a couple of the last episodes I captured, just because it'd be easier all around. Because otherwise I'd have to redo my save as well, which got messed up when I moved stuff to my hard drive, which I just got back working. And yeah. And I was going to do the voiceover commentary last Monday anyway, like this, but I ended up being sick, so when I tried to do it, I almost threw up on my laptop. But yeah, all that just happened at the perfect amount of time to screw at me. But yeah. Hopefully nothing like that'll happen in the near future. And right now, as you see on the screen, I'm getting more bombs from the bat guy by putting magic powder in this fountain. I think there's at least 2 more. So I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure there's more, so you can get more arrows or more powder later. But I decided to take bombs just because it's what I have, and having 60 bombs is much more valuable to me right now than having 60 magic powder. And yeah. And I mean, at this point, after getting through Dungeon 2, you have to do a certain amount of side quests in order to get... I just tried again to get more, but I can't. Derp. But yeah, at this point in the getting into from between Dungeon 2 to Dungeon 3, you have to do a certain amount of trade sequence item quests, which is basically you running around the island. You trade one item to somebody and they go, "Oh, thank you for bringing this to me." And they give you another item, and then you run across the on the other side, give it to another guy, and he goes, "Oh, thanks, I really needed this." And eventually you have to eventually this trade sequence item, if you do it all the way through, will help you get the boomerang, which is like one of the best items to have in the late game. I won't give it away now, but it's one of the best items to have later in the game. Yeah, and this is what this episode will basically be doing. So if you don't like side quests, if you don't like not being in dungeons, you could skip ahead, and later in the episode I end up actually getting into the castle, which is kind of like the very beginning of Dungeon 3. And yeah. But for the most part, I'll just spend this episode explaining what's going on as it happens, and maybe explaining some things about the game. It's like perhaps the Yoshi doll, for example. I mean, what I have to do with that would be to take it to Bow Wow's house, but not the house itself. I gotta take it to... Oh, no, wait. Yeah, I gotta take it to the house. And not the one house where I dropped off Bow Wow, but the house next door. And when I give that to the little doggy in there, she'll give me the ribbon. I'm pretty sure. Or am I getting this wrong? No. The Yoshi doll goes to the baby in town. My bad. The baby in town. And giving the Yoshi doll to the baby who's crying will get you the ribbon. The ribbon then goes to the Bow Wow's house, next door to Bow Wow's house. And by doing that, I end up getting dog food, which I give to the alligator, which he end up gives me bananas for. And then the bananas are what's key, because bananas I have to give to the monkey in order to get into that castle I was telling you about. So yeah, it's kind of confusing. And eventually all these trading items, these I think 16 or 14 trade items, they lead to the magnifying lens, which helps me see things that I would not normally see. So, yeah. Right now I'm just wandering around, thinking like, what do I have to do? I think I tried doing a little slick shit coming up right here, where I actually try and break sequence. Yeah. See these pits right here? It's not exactly designed right. Well, they just went off screen. They're not exactly designed right, because you can actually get over those with just the items I have right now. Like with just the feather, you could jump over those. And I'm actually just herp derping around, I guess. So yeah. I guess I'll take this time to explain what's going on with Threebrosgaming. Threebrosgaming, me, Milk, and Marbles, or Matt and Mark, as you would probably know them, we're all going to be putting out different content. Now, I can't tell you what they're planning to put out. I mean, I've heard some things, we've talked over some things. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a good amount of Halo, Call of Duty, and Battlefield 3 maybe in the future. Me myself, I'm what you would say a retro gamer. I like retro games, I like RPGs, I like adventure games, I like platformers. So you will see a lot of that type of content, perhaps even sports. I'm thinking about making a sports series possible. But yeah, that's the type of content you'll come to see from me personally. And I know there's some projects that I'm planning up in the future that actually are pretty exciting, I think. I know there's going to be a Minecraft series coming up. There's probably going to be a lot of Minecraft coming up from all of us. Because, I mean, me and Mark especially love Minecraft, and we play a lot of it. And I know myself, I'm planning a series. I can't give you too many details about it, but it'll be a single-player series by myself, and it'll center around Risagami's it'll be, let's just say it'll center around Risagami's mods, his mod loader and all that, and his biospheres, and yeah. So that's one series that you could probably look forward to in the near future. And I'm also thinking about making gaming edits, which are kind of like short videos that kind of tell the story of a game, or they kind of, I want to say, feature the cutscenes or the art that's within them. So, like, I like to make edits of that, and maybe even get you into the game. I mean, like, I hope that with Retro Mondays and certain series that I do, I hope they inspire you to check out games that you probably passed on before, or they were before your time. I mean, like Link's Awakening. It's one of my favorite Zelda games. I mean, lots of people rave about, like, Link to the Past, or the original Zelda. Not so much Zelda 2. Everybody hates that game. It's pure shit. But, I mean, like, everyone has, like, all of their favorites from the Zelda series, and I feel like Link's Awakening is, like, one of the more underappreciated games, because when you talk about like retro Links or Link game or Zelda games, my bad, with Link in it, it's all about the original one for Nintendo and Link to the Past for Super Nintendo. Other than that, it's either the newest title, which what is it now, Skyward Sword, or it's slipping my mind now, or Ocarina of Time. Yeah, like those two games are like the only ones that are relevant to most Zelda fans nowadays, other than the two iconic ones. And I mean, I guess it's for good reason, but I feel like this game right here is the one that sticks out the most to me. It's the one that I always go back to and I can always play, and I could always get into, and just, whether it's 5 minutes or I get engrossed in it. And I just feel like this is one of the better made ones, because there weren't too many things that were wrong with it in my eyes. I mean, it had good puzzles. They weren't trolly, like extremely hard, and the items like flowed well, and dungeons like were well designed. But yeah, I mean, I kind of hope in Retro Monday to possibly showcase some of these games to people who wouldn't normally have played them, and to maybe get you back into them. And I'm sure eventually, like, I know some games are being planned that possibly Milk or Marbles could end up doing some Retro Monday series coming up in the near future. And that would be actually awesome. I'd like to do that, because I know that they enjoy retro games as well, but I know they like the new titles a lot. I mean, I know Milk's like crazy about Call of Duty, Battlefield, and Matt plays just as much Battlefield as the next guy. I mean, I think he's got literally every gun unlocked at this point, and like all the attachments except for a sniper class. But yeah, I mean, that's just some of the things I hope to get you to do with Retro Monday. I mean, just because a game's 10 to 15 years old doesn't mean it's a crappy game by any stretch of the matter. I mean, there's a reason why games have become as popular as they are today. And I believe some of these retro games really should be played by even the people who are like 6, 7 years old and were born 10 years after the fact. Because by all means, it's such a good game anyway. It doesn't mean just because it's not the most updated graphics or the most popular system that you should be playing it. Which is something I think, this is a conversation for another day, but I think that's one of the reasons why you have so many lackluster games now. It's because publishers just expect to go, oh, you have beautiful graphics. Who gives a shit about gameplay? You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm actually herp-derping around, jumping over these parts you're not supposed to be right now on the screen, and I'm like lost because I haven't played this game in probably 2 years, 3 years. But this is what I was telling you about right here. These pits, they're not supposed to be jumped over, but you're able to with just the feather. Because I'm not supposed to be in this area right here yet without the item that comes in the next dungeon, which is the boots. And I'm really like herp-derping around at this point. And I kind of catch this, and I think I'm going to edit this out and skip to the part where, now that I got my all rent out of the way, I think I'm going to skip ahead to the part where I actually start trading in items and stuff. And that's where you're going to catch on with this. And when we get back to where I cut it, I'm going in right here now and giving the doll to the crying baby. And this starts the trading sequence part of where I have to get to the castle. And the reason why I have to do this trade sequence quest is, like I said before, I have to get into the castle. But the backstory behind that is there's this guy Richard who used to live in the castle, but I guess when the nightmare occurred, and I just dug up a seashell, but when the nightmare occurred, and I guess and Link got washed up along on the beach, I guess around that time, the guys who were in the castle with Richard went nuts. So he fled the castle, and he's now not too far from Dungeon 3. And he has the key to Dungeon 3, but he needs us to get his golden leaves. And with doing that, in order to get into the castle, we need the monkeys to build a bridge for us. So we have to get the items that are needed to get that bridge built, which are the bananas. And I'm actually going to get the bananas right now. In this house where this crocodile lives, he's not so angry. He's actually pretty friendly. Hey, you got canned food, man. Give me that canned food. He's hysterical. What do? Give it or don't? Well, you don't not give food to a crocodile, or else you become his food. And he ate the can as well, so he doesn't really care. He doesn't. It could have been food. It could have been metal. I think if we gave him like a rock, he'd probably eat it and give us bananas. But now we got the bananas, we can give those to the monkey to get his friends to build a bridge for us. And this guy's a pain in the ass. But you walk right by him. And now I'm just randomly getting rupees and stuff for the quest. Or not the quest. Just because I'm trying to save it for the bow. And I didn't get the bow before I ended up getting the key to the third dungeon. And I kinda wish I did, because I mean, it would have helped a lot. And I'm not gonna give away, but I pretty much would have made it out a lot better if I had the bow, personally. But yeah. Wow, this is a nice chest. And I mean, at this point, I was like walking around, and I wasn't exactly sure of what I needed to do because it was a long time. But that house, that's not until I think after the third. It's after the third, yeah. And that's there's a certain guy you have to take there who used to live there. But yeah. In the third dungeon, it starts to get a lot harder for you, as in like puzzle wise. The first two were probably the easiest, and I think in future episodes I'm gonna actually cut, instead of cutting the dungeon videos, I'm gonna actually just cut before those and then give you the whole dungeon straight through. So like Dungeon 1 and 2, I'm going back into Dungeon 1 to get the secret seashell that's inside right now. But for like future, like Dungeon 1 and 2 were easy. I mean, it's basically as straightforward as you could possibly get. And now that we got the extended videos done, and I can get these like 30-40 minute videos, I mean, I'll probably edit at least. Like, the dungeon videos will either be straightforward, straight through in one video, if the time permits, or if it gets to that point where it's like a 40 or 45 minute video, I'll cut it in half, and then post like part 1, part 2, part 3 if it need be. And yeah, that's basically how I plan to go and attack in the near future, because I know people don't like to wait like halfway through, like if I cut at the mini boss and I'm like, alright, let's come back next time. I mean, I'm sure people don't appreciate that, but before it was inevitable. I mean, 15 minutes is your limit, and that's the hard cap. You can't go any higher than that. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what I was saying before I got to the cut in the video. I kinda edited this part of the video out in my commentary over it, even as it wasn't a live com, because I started coughing and such, and I didn't want to subject you guys to that. As I was trying to explain stuff and go through everything and make sure you knew what was going on, and as you're watching me steal this bow and arrow right now, I started getting really badly sick again. So I started coughing towards the end of the video, so I decided to cut that out. And it'll cut back into my commentary, but there'll be parts where there's edited out, so just to give the heads up. But yeah, basically, I mean, like, when it got to this point, I had to redo stuff from the middle of the second dungeon, because the save got messed up, and this is, like, I think I had filmed up to the middle of the third dungeon at this point, and I had to redo it. And for the, you'll see this is the first filming, and now that I've actually stolen that bow, I'll be called Thief, and I have that photo in that save. But in the save, you'll see I won't be called Thief. I won't be having the bow, because when I went back through, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna not do this with the bow, which was probably a bad mistake. It would have helped a lot more. Right now, I'm actually about to die, but I'm here because I'm trying to get the extra heart piece, and yeah, if I get this heart piece, I end up getting another heart container. And not too far from here, there's actually a secret that's only in the Link's Awakening DX version. It's the color dungeon, which you're allowed to get a tunic that's red or blue. Blue is for defense, and red's for offense. So you'll either get double damage or half damage done to you. And I just died. Wow. Oh wait, now I had the medicine, so I just wasted the medicine then. So that was a complete waste. I was trying to push that thing over so I could get some room to jump. But yeah, now that I got the room, I can do that, and now I have an extra heart container. But I've completely gotten away from what I wanted to say. Eventually, in my content for Threebrosgaming, I'd like for the majority of it to at least be original in the fact that it's either originally done story-wise, or it's like original skits that involve gaming. I mean, yeah, I'll probably always do live plays, or live let's plays with livecom, or some type of gameplay series, but I don't want that to be the majority of the stuff I post. I mean, I'm sure once we get our live stream page going on twitch.tv, sorry, I'll probably edit that out. But, like I was saying, as soon as we get our live page on twitch.tv going, which is twitch.tv/Threebrosgaming, we'll be, I'll be probably just doing a lot of the live Let's Plays on there, and perhaps if we ever get partnered, whether we do or not, doesn't matter. But, yeah, if we ever get the extension, I'll probably put, like, the archived footage straight through as one video of the Let's Play. That way you could just view it straight through. And I'm still kind of feeling it, so excuse me if I'm cutting in between coughs. But as you see, I just went through, I just went to Richard's castle, and now I'm going to give the bananas to the monkey, which means this is getting to the end of the video, and upcoming next week you'll see the dungeon in which I go through and getting the gold leaves. So, as the video winds... Oh wait, I forgot. I'm actually getting the picture. See here, it says Thief. And as soon as you steal the bow, you get that name. And what I don't get is, I just talked to Richard. And he's like, hey. Like, yo, dude, I'm getting impatient. Could you get me that goes gold leaves? And I'm like, yo, fucker, I literally just talked to you. Give me 20 minutes to find a way into this castle. Nothing yet? I grow tired of waiting. I want those gold leaves delivered soon. Courage like this deserves a photo, don't you think? Like, +1 sarcasm, don't you think? I mean, he literally just said, hey, I'm getting impatient. But you know, you're very courageous. Ooh, ooh. Bananas. Give to Kiki? Ooh, ooh, Kiki. Monkeys, come, repay him. Yes, monkeys, come repay me. And with this comes the end of the episode, guys. Monkey business done. Bye-bye. Ooh, Kiki. I'll talk to you guys later, because we just got a stick. Since this is the last video I have before I had to replay because of the save file got messed up, you'll see me with this amount of money and hearts and items and all that stuff. But when you get into the next video and I'm starting to get the gold leaves, that will be completely different. I'll have a different amount of money, different amount of items, different amount of, I won't be called thief anymore. So this is just a heads up to say, as you see me going into this castle and getting all this stuff, I'm not going to have those same stuff, so to say. And I won't go over anything twice, but I'm just saying my money, my items are going to be a little bit different. So that's a heads up. Alright guys, I'll see you later.